Hex is at 0.0076. Inc. $1.65. PLSX 4026. PLS 4033. Bitcoin just hovering at 117k. Ethereum 3760. It actually went over 3800 yesterday. Wow, damn. Dare we mention the word alt season? Hex has been outperforming, I think, for the core coins. What do you reckon? People are going to start rotating into from Hex to other cores now? What's that ratio looking at?
I mean, we see it yesterday, right? People started rotating. People always rotate, bro. There's always going to be rotators on the chain. But to me, it's like you look at the 3-day chart, and Hex is very, very undervalued compared to all the other cores, currently as it's speaking. So I mean, that's just from looking at, core coins, comparing them to Hex. Hex is the most undervalued. I mean, we see someone yesterday FOMOing, like, I think it was like around 150K into Hex. They nuked another chart to put that in. They nuked it down insanely to get that 150K into Hex. And then you started seeing people rotating. I think Hex hit 2 zeros and an 8. But yeah, I think eventually rotators are going to get wrecked. It's very difficult to rotate. I get it when there's a whale selling, right? You know what you're doing, kind of thing. But when you can't predict the market, it's very difficult to, play the rotation games. In my opinion. I mean, we see Crypto Sloth make a good post about it, right? There was one trader who sold his whole X position and then ended up having to buy back higher.
The big things that are being done, like in the US right now, with the Genius Act being approved, with the stable coins being kind of adopted by the central banks. So the central banks will be able to issue stablecoin dollars to companies like Circle and stuff. So yeah, I think it's time for crypto to do like an unbelievable run, even maybe bigger than 2017. We'll see, but it's possible. It can be even bigger, and it's starting now. I think August is going to be wild already.
Yeah, I agree. Like we have so much more now than we did in 2017 and even in 2021 to be bullish on, in my opinion. So yeah, we could have a wild run this cycle.
Mm-hmm. And we just need ETH to start going like price discovery into all-time highs, like over 4K, 5K, and all the alts will wake up, including Pulsechain. So it's
Agreed.
coming after 3 or 4 years of pain. It's finally coming, guys.
Yeah, that ETH BTC ratio is looking good. I'm not gonna lie. It's finally breaking out after a very, very long time. So yeah, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on ETH, which means I'm bullish on Pulsechain.
Exactly. We are the leverage of ETH, the biggest leverage, I think.
Yeah, and we also have a founder that holds always like the third or fourth largest Ethereum holder, which is good optics for sure. It looks very, very good.
I think now he went down the list like to fifth. I think it used to be second, but it's still like a huge bag. If Ethereum becomes something worldwide adopted that everybody uses, like in terms of finance and economy, then, the Pulsechain SEC bag will turn into billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah, we
And
were
then
talking
it's up
about
to
this
you.
earlier. When you look at what Richard Hart raised for Pulsechain, there's more than just what's in that sack bag. We don't know where the rest of the money is, but there's other tokens on other chains that were sacrificed. So there's more money. He's got more money somewhere than what we just know of in that sack wallet, the Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how much exactly, but he might not
Yeah, I
even
think
need.
that SEC wallet had most of the stable coins, I think, from the sacrifices.
Yeah,
It was mostly stables and DAI. And then he
yeah,
converted all to DAI, I think, eventually, right?
yeah. I think he converted it all to DAI at some point, and then to Ethereum. But yeah, Famous sent me a screenshot earlier, and if you look at what people were actually sacrificing, it was BNB, it was AVAX. There was so many other coins on other networks. So even if he doesn't even use any of that SAC fund money to bring over to Pulsechain, there's other funds that we don't really know how much and where they are that he could use as well.
He could
So
have more, but even when you think about just the ETH bag, which he bought, he doesn't even need to sell this bag if he wants to. He can use protocols like Liquidity, and he can leverage his ETH, if he decides to, a
Correct.
portion of it, and just borrow based on the collateral he has and so on. So I think, if people are expecting him to sell during this cycle 50% of the SEC funds, I think it's unlikely, because this is a long-term game and Ethereum is not going away. So why would you sell all your Ethereum, even if you're trying to pump your chain, So we can speculate how much he would sell, but he has plenty to manage it long-term in a very good way, I think.
Yeah, people as well. They don't. They always talk about him like selling that ETH, but he could literally put it up as a collateral and borrow against it, and use
Exactly.
that money too. Yeah,
That's what
he's
I'm
got a lot of
doing.
options.
That's what I'm doing, for example, with the ink printer from Fast Abdul. I
Yeah,
am putting my ink there, and borrowing stable ink D for free, as long as the collateral doesn't go below like 200%, and
right.
you get liquidated. But even if you get liquidated, you don't lose much. So it's kind of a safe play. Ink printer, I recommend, if anyone likes ink here. If we start to see ink price going like $3, $5, $10, $20, and you use ink printer, you will be able to borrow money for free, but one day you have to pay it back, So it's not really for free, but you can use it at least momentarily throughout a period of time for free.
Is that like a liquidity fork as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a liquid fork, just like liquid loans, just like what is the other one we have? We have ink printer, liquid loans.
Power
I think
City.
some yeah,
Do they
maybe
have
Power
one as
City. Yeah,
well?
exactly. So yeah, and liquid loans was based around PLS, but they kind of messed up in the beginning, and they didn't invest much into providing liquidity and stuff. So I think ink printer is the best we have on chain at the moment. I recommend. Institutions are controlling much more the price, like Wall Street is behind now the crypto space as well. So it's going to start being different from what we are used to in the past. So it's not going to be exactly 4-year cycle or something. It will be different, but I think now we have all the conditions are met in terms of development in the regulation and big things happening. Also, like Richard Hart beat the SEC, and people almost forgot about that, that he is one of the first and few guys to beat them. So I think we are like sitting at the perfect location, and we also know that he's supportive of ETH, and ETH seems to be the one that will maybe surprise most people. Even like I think we can potentially see ETH outperforming Solana, as we go into this new cycle, because ETH provides so much more than Solana. Solana just provides you speed, It's just speed and ease of access, and then Ethereum is so much better. So let's see. I hope that this like next wave that we will see alt season will be more focused on utility rather than just memes and speculation and speed. Would be nice to see like utility getting valued, in crypto tokens. So
I was going to ask you what your thoughts are on Richard Hart's marketing strategy. I mean, we don't really know what, aside from it being direct mail, which I mean, my personal opinion is not really good for, like, doesn't really work very well when it comes to cryptocurrency. But we don't really know what he is going to be sending out.
exactly.
But what's your thoughts on it?
So if it's something like normal, just a mailer with a flyer and a marketing flyer, I think it's hard to work, because most of the users, they don't even look at the flyer. And even if there's a USB stick or a wallet, a Trezor wallet, like why would you trust the person who is sending you the Trezor wallet? There's this kind of problem there. But if somehow he could make it like flashy, that people would catch the attention of people, and then they could use a QR code where would redirect the QR code, for example, to Liberty Swap or Liberty Swap.financial, if there would be a QR code directly, like to make it simple, I think it could work somehow. Because you have to imagine like Grandma Betty opening the mailer, and what is she gonna do? Like the process for you to use crypto is so complex that for the normal person, it's not easy like to understand what you're doing and to understand the concept of everything. So that's why I think mailers is like a low level, low quality traffic, unless you are sending the mails to like very good neighborhoods with rich people that already have a better notion about online payments and technology in general. So it's about targeting. If you target the mailers to the right audience, it can work out. But if you target everyone, I find it difficult. And given that I have my own business, like online business, I'm very used to online marketing, and the best, in my opinion, the best marketing you can do, especially for an online business, like crypto is online business, right? It's online. So the best marketing you can do is with high value leads. For example, SEO, search engine optimization, where you pay, let's say, if you want to promote your stuff using the crypto keyword so that everyone who looks for crypto on Google will find your ad, then you can use Google Ads and pay maybe something like $10 for each click on your ad. And then you are getting like people that are already looking to interact with crypto and they are searching for crypto on Google, which means the chance of you converting that traffic is much higher than a mailer that the person never heard about crypto before. You understand what I mean? The value of someone who is looking for crypto is much bigger than the value of someone who doesn't want to use crypto or doesn't like it or doesn't know or whatever. So in my opinion, like, yeah, online marketing is always the best by far. And then you have different styles. You have high value, usually is more SEO, because with SEO you get the people that are looking for what you want, what you want to promote. But then you have different kinds of marketing as well on social media. You have now the meta ads, which provides you advertisement on Facebook and Instagram. And then you have x.com. You can also use ads there. So yeah, I'm going on a rant here, but I think online marketing is the best for online business by far.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think SEO is like one of the best. I mean, it's
Mhm.
expensive, as you know. Like in your industry, it's super
Yeah,
expensive because there's so much
exactly. I
competition.
can give you an example. I spent some big bucks on Google Ads for specific campaigns. And there was one I did with the keyword casino, just the keyword casino. And look at this. I was paying $50 per click, which means if someone clicks on the ad and doesn't even make a deposit, nothing, just for clicking, I'm already paying $50. You understand? So that's one of the highest and like most expensive keywords online is like casino, because you have a lot of competitions in online casino and stuff fighting for this specific keyword. And I'm sure the crypto keyword is not cheap as well if we want to use that one.
Yeah,
So
no,
if I was richer then I wanted to promote my shit, I would find the best SEO guy and I would tell you, I want you to make me like 100K, 200K marketing campaigns with the best SEO. And then inside the SEO, you have also different ways of doing it. Like you have white hack SEO, you have black hat SEO, which I don't want to speak too much about it, but people who understand, they know what I'm talking
yeah,
about. So there's so many ways like to make online marketing much better than mailers. I cannot. Maybe he will find a super creative way of doing the mailer with the best thing that never seen before, and the mailer is the best shit. But I don't see it happening. And yeah, it's just my opinion. But this doesn't change also what I believe it will happen. So it's just my personal opinion about the mailers.
that I said it before. Like I think by the time whatever he sends out actually gets sent out, as long as there's green candles and the charts look good, it
Mhm.
doesn't really matter. Like what he's sending out, I think, and it's going to be hard to measure the results regardless. But he can.
Yes, that's another point. Like, I mean, it's possible because if it's integrating with the QR code, you can see how many scans the QR code has,
Yeah,
and you can even make it like the airdrop is only deployed if the QR code was scanned. So if the QR code was scanned, the airdrop is deployed. But if the QR code remains inactive, then there's no airdrop for everyone. You could do these kind of things, but yeah, I don't know exactly what he's trying to do. But I will wait and see. Maybe he will surprise everyone.
yeah,
We'll see.
exactly.
And Richard, I know Richard was good on this that we are talking about, because you remember he was called the spam king.
Correct.
like the spam team.
Yep.
Because he was doing some marketing campaigns using email, spamming emails to everyone, like unbelievable amounts of spam. But it was actually working. Like people were interacting with the emails, people were like checking the product and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if Richard Hart just invested, it would cost a lot of money because, like I said, crypto, just like the gambling keywords, are very high competition, so they're expensive. But if he decided to invest some money into getting hex.com or pulsechain.com ranked up high on Google, and ranking on other sites, affiliate sites and stuff like that, I think could do really well for the project.
I don't know if you guys know, but Hex had an affiliate platform in the very beginning when it was launched. That's why Hex and Pulsechain community has so many YouTubers and influencers, because they were using this affiliate platform in the beginning. But for some reason, Richard decided to make an affiliate platform that was temporary. I think it was just 1 year. And then after 1 year, there's no more affiliate platform. And I think that was a mistake. I think affiliate platforms are very important in online marketing and online businesses. And you need to have affiliate platforms long term, because imagine if the Pulsechain Hex guys, YouTubers now had the affiliate platform that they could promote and get some kind of yield in PLS, for example. I think would be a good thing.
Yeah, Richard says it many times. Only two people that make money in crypto:
Exactly.
people that from the start, people that came early, and holders. That's it. That's the majority of winners in crypto. The early people.
Exactly.
I want to say that Richard Hart's not a stupid man, and I guarantee you that he's probably borrowed against that SEC money and has up to extra 200% money on that, which he most probably started buying at the bottom when ETH went down. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. So that's pretty cool. A lot of Pulsechain whales be removed, which is kind of part of Richard's plan, right? A lot of those heavy dumpers are starting to run out of tokens.
This dumper had over $400 million, right? And for him to be selling his last bags, them two wallets specifically, and for him to be selling his last bags, and he has now he has about 350 million P hex, and he has around, what has he got?
1.2 PX, EX,
1.2 million EHEX. The EHEX trade it will obviously affect Pulsechain, but it will be minor damage. It won't be as bad as him selling the PHEX, because he's gonna be selling that EHEX on Ethereum. Yes, ARBs will come and ARB, but it's not gonna be major damage to the chain, right? And also you got to understand, if people have limit orders on EHEX, which I mean, we see a dumper not long ago dump a big chunk of EHEX and instantly got bought up. That's because there's limit orders, and people are buying the dips. Even in regards to when you look at the V3 liquidity of Pulsechain on Ethereum, there's a lot of buyers waiting for this guy to sell. A lot of people just waiting to swallow him up. I think there's over 750K at these levels, and we see even someone the other day bridging, I think, and bridge out 19 ETH and put it on a buy wall on Pulsechain on the Ethereum side, which is quite smart, because you will get low prices compared to actually on Pulsechain on Ethereum. And we see the dumper dump a lot today, and bro, the price did not move on Pulsechain because it got swallowed up by the buy walls basically on Ethereum, which is quite interesting.
It is interesting that, over the last few weeks, we've had these mega wallets show up, and it just seems that no matter how much they sell, there's really nominal downturn on the price of the chain's assets.
Well, I think it goes back to what was kind of being said earlier, is that there's actually a pretty substantial amount of stables ready to go on the chain. So
True.
when you do have these dramatic wicks, it's a wick for a reason, because there's money sitting there saying, hey, I'm happy to take it at this price. I don't want to drive it any higher, but I also think that any lower is kind of ridiculous. So,
dude, we all talked about this for so long, like back in like 21, 22. It was like, Pulsechain, you gotta, Bitcoin's gotta steal the show, and then Ethereum's gotta steal the show, and then it's our turn. It's just when you're in the thick of it and it's happening, is a sumbitch.
Yeah. And this is the thing though, right, bro? Like, to me personally, this is the shakeup, right? Like, it's not when everything's down and, Pulsechain ain't doing nothing because everything's down. It's when things will start moving and Pulsechain will be kind of behind. That's when the shakeout happens. That's when you will start seeing I've seen many people sell completely out into Ethereum coins, into Solana
Straight up.
coins.
Yep.
And that's when the real shakeout is going to happen. And it's going to catch everyone so badly off guard because everyone's going to be in these coins, right? And they're going to be now committed to these coins because these coins are going to go up, right? And to them, it's like, why do I need to go back into Pulsechain? And then boom. Like, I think Crypto Solve done a very good, Crypto Sloth, I think, I'm not sure what his name is. He done a very good post in regards to how much liquidity is there actually on the chain. In regards to, dry money just laying around. And there's enough basically to just God candle the chain. But yeah, it'll get cheated down, of course, because it's been pushing, right? But there's enough liquidity on the chain currently in stable coins, in Ethereum, in people's wallets to 20x the chain.
Before the ink inflation reduction, I went through it with Dylan, and we basically made a scanner to look at all the top, like 50 wallets of all of the stables and all of the ETH and everything. And even back then, there was enough to like 4x the price of everything without any new liquidity. So like, I can't imagine what it is now.
From what Crypto Solve posted, there is in Ethereum liquid, there is about $16.8 million worth of Ethereum liquid on the chain. In DAI stablecoin, there is about $18 million worth. Oh, sorry, no, $11 million worth liquid. USDC, $12 million liquid, and USDT, about $2.6 million liquid. And at this point where there's really low liquidity, something like that could really move the price a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it will move the price a lot, and you will most probably see a lot of Jeets as well if it ever did get, actually put into RH tickers. But the point is that there is enough money to literally 20x the chain from here. And it might sound like hope. It might sound like, but bro, we're all in this together at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, we're here because we believe that green candles will come. And they will come fast. And they will come when everyone least expects them, in my opinion, personally. Right? Even down to a little thing that I was just contemplating before I went bed a couple days ago. Richard Hart is going to start this marketing. Now, you have to think this from an outside perspective, from a perspective of someone who's in crypto but not in Pulsechain, right? Who's never heard of Pulsechain. They're in Ethereum, they're in, Solana, they're in other chains or whatever. They hold Bitcoin. Now, think of it like this. If you got something through your door, you've never heard of Pulsechain before, your coins are pumping, everything's green. We're in alt season. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we're not currently, but let's just say by the time the marketing starts, we're in alt season, right? And something come through your door about Pulsechain, wherever it be, a little card, a little digital card, whatever it'll be. And you go look at it and the charts look at the way they look now. Do you guys really think that people will turn around and say, yeah, you know what, this looks cool, I'm going to buy this? Or do you think if there was green candles, people will turn around and say, okay, this looks interesting? I want to hear you guys' thoughts in regards to the whole marketing thing. And do you guys really think Richard Hart is going to do marketing while the prices are at these levels, while Ethereum looks like it's about to set off? Bitcoin's just hit 125k. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think Richard Up probably knows by the time he's ready or he sends out the marketing, whatever it is, that there's going to be green candles. Ethereum's going to be moving, altcoins going to be moving, which means Pulsechain's going to be moving. So I think he's probably going to time it properly, or create candles himself, and or create green candles himself. Because, like you said, it's way more effective. Because if I got something through the door and I looked at the current chart of Pulsechain, I would dash that in the bin right away. So I think the added effect of green candles will definitely boost conversions.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think something is definitely cooking.
I think Richard is completely fine holding the price over here and just ping-ponging, jungling it, because he can have control with such a low liquidity, and at those bottom prices, he can keep it for a long time here, for as long as he feels it right? So like people panicking, bro, probably the best time to DCA and just, hang out for 1 month. If you are only on this chain, if you are only on Pulsechain, you don't have to do really much. Just like, oh, you came in. It's like the best thing that whoever did this Tiger, he was like slowly like, I put $100, $200, 300, and he's not even degening, right? You don't have to do that if you're on Pulsechain. He just comes in daily, oh, 400 here. He's not like aware, oh, I want to get rich fast. If you want to go
No,
and
I'm
get rich
I'm
fast,
consistent, very consistent.
yeah,
I put in $500
consistency,
today,
exactly. Consistency beats everything.
and I
If you want to
sleep
get
like a
rich,
baby with zero desperation. Zero desperation.
yeah, that's good. That's good, man. You're gonna outperform a lot of other people, you know.
Everybody's desperate and emotional is what I see in this space, and that's
Hey,
concerning.
if you,
I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
if you want to get desperate and fast, you have ETH, which is performing very well. I've been going like around Sui, around Sol, around ETH. You have a lot of other places. Pulse Chain right now, sadly, it's in the place where you just have to chill down, buy the red weeks candle. I think he's in control of liquidity and prices over here.
Full
Because if you
control,
look
and
at,
not only is he in control, this will be the largest gain of any
yeah,
chain by far,
yeah,
but it comes at a cost.
People are saying, like people are saying, oh, EHEX is dead. I see another post earlier saying EHEX ain't coming back again. But people don't realize, right, that EHEX is PHEX. And if PHEX pumps, technically speaking, that's EHEX pumping, right? To a certain degree.
Not if you didn't get the copy and you're just holding the Ethereum version.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but did you buy the Ethereum version, right? That's what you
Yeah,
gotta
no, for
think.
sure.
Richard
But
Hart was on streams countless times saying PHEX should be the one people focus on. There's countless streams and uh, tweets where Richard Hart says PHEX, Pulse Chain, you should focus on PHEX.
All right.
There
Hey,
was a time when EHEX and PHEX were 10% in regards to price difference.
okay, well, let's look at. You seen the charts recently, Bubba? They're pretty. I mean, you can't really say that EHEX is.
It's
Market
going to surprise
responding.
us all. I think it's going to blow us all away.
I'm not, bro. Where
It's
did
still
you?
at like point three.
When did I say
what?
EHEX is shit, bro? I'm
No,
just
but I'm
saying the
saying like
legacy of
PHEX.
EHEX
It's
lives
been
on PHEX,
But
ever since November. It's been outperforming it. What do you know,
right?
KR? If
But
PHEX
if
pumps, EHEX
PHEX
pumps
went to
too.
$1.10, Richard
EHEX is
Hart
three
won't
to
be
one.
saying his ticker done a 200x. He will be saying that PHEX done a 20,000x.
Yes.
Only one
No
hex.
matter what we say, EHEX is still 3 to 1.
He's
So
gonna he's
saying
gonna
saying
he's gonna
EHEX
take
is still,
every coin from the bottom and then be like, ah,
all I know is EHEX was 11 to 1 and now it's 3 to 1.
Yeah, no,
really?
EHEX has recovered lovely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
EHEX has recovered lovely. Don't get it twisted.